control points, but I can get you a general feel of things. Looks like blue team is on the offensive now, setting their sights on the mid-control point. The fight has broken out in the corridor, the BC corridor, and Eternal doing a great job of just holding things down. He's picked up by player 999. We've seen him play medic quite a lot in previous games. He's done a great job of just keeping his teammates healed up, staying out of harm's way, which is exactly what a medic needs to do. Eternal has to be careful though, because he's overextending very far, and if he doesn't get a medic, he probably will get picked off pretty quickly. Blue team maybe opting for some sneaky strategies here. Mr. BG and CR Martinez, as well as Archon were trying to do some damage to that control point, trying to just get there, I guess, is the real problem. Everyone else is besieged by the ubered heavy at spawn, or at the B control point, excuse me. A little level 1 on the B spawn, trying to do some work, but it's just not going to happen. And Eternal player 999 just wreaking havoc on that control point. They captured the second last control point. They're going to set their sights on the final cap point. I don't really see much in the way of blue defense here. We do have Wolfie trying to set up a little level 1 sentry, but Eternal comes around the corner. He's instantly besieged by Jeff. Not Jeff, bringing him down to 1 HP before Eternal just turns around, puts that minigun in his face. The two finish each other off in a hail of gunfire and flames. Poor Wolfie, he just cannot get a sentry set up. Every time he gets a sentry set up, someone just peeks around the corner and decimates it. Looks like he might finally get a chance to get something set up. Blue team doing a great job of just keeping red out. At this point, that's really what they need to do, is just play a game of keep them out. As long as they can kind of get some map control here, regain map control, they will fare very well. Phil Stardust being extremely sneaky. I do like it. He gets discovered though, Wolfie, unfortunately. I might have given away his position. I try not to do that with spies, but I just feel like I have to commentate on spies sometimes. I see. Well, I'm glad I didn't give his position away, or explicitly do it. Wolfie finally getting a level 2 sentry up. That's going to give his teammates a lot of breathing room to control the interior of the house. Looks like Archon Ward tried to use a quick arrow, but too heavy for Liberty to launch a rocket later, down to him 6 feet under. Eternal and his heavy friend Shadrach just content to push the point as hard as possible, but Mr. BG, some great rocket placement, is defending equally as well as they're pushing. Neither team making very much headway here on the control point, which is a good thing. We saw Red keep a lot of pressure on initially, and Blue kind of try to turn the tides, but it just wasn't happening. And now Blue's kind of they're getting more formidable, albeit Red team is spawning very far up this C spawn, and they have a teleporter up possibly. That C spawn is just so close to the control point that it really just allows them to keep a continual wave of guys. Even if it's just 1 or 2 guys, that Blue has to defend constantly against it. Because that last point does happen fairly fast, not as fast as Badman's left control point, but still really fast. Looks like Not Jeff was doing a great job trying to cap that control point, but just suffering. Player 999 is everywhere that he needs to be, defending control points, keeping people healed up. On the left side, it looks like we have an Uber Pop, CR Martinez and Archon were sitting on a Natasha, which is a great support weapon, especially for a heavy. It might not outdamage the minigun though of Eternal, and it does not. Eternal going to maybe rack up some free kills here too on EV game, but unfortunately Mobius Waltz is right there behind a backstab, and the kills are just getting chained left and right, folks. There are so many of them I can't even follow them. Balubish trying to take out Soggy Waffle. Soggy just not able to get up in his face enough, which is unfortunate because the Scout will do so well against the demo close range. Blue team on the control point now, looking like that's Not Jeff. And Not Jeff just doing a great job of keeping pressure on. He's really objective-oriented, which is what this team needs right now. Capping that control point, getting them even more breathing room. But from the side here, it looks like Eternal Cornell has his sights set on that control point. A crit sticky coming out of Mufasa, going to take down Wolfie as he tries to stop the Red push into the control point.
Points are really lit. 60 health on him.
A nice backstab coming out of Moby Waltz, being a great team player. Those heavies are just completely unawares of him whenever he shows his face. Has a good spy, as always, as he's wont to do. Carolina capturing that control point, but it might be too little too late. Blue's team is able to get looks like a ×5 or ×6 on that control point, and not really a whole lot of red in sight. Not really a whole lot of red anywhere. I'm not sure where they are. If they are on the, there they are. Two red heavies rolling in. Eternal and Shadrach trying to form a plan of where they need to go. Nice scattergun coming out of indubitably green Blah, racking up 2 kills actually back-to-back on both heavies, catching them out before falling to an original rocket. Blue team getting a lot of control here, which is exactly what they needed from earlier, what they lacked completely. And they're just dealing heavy casualties to red, which gives them even more breathing room. As I say that, though, I don't really see a whole lot of blue presence. I don't know if they're just split up or trying some sort of like split push tactic, but whatever it is, they need to formulate a plan quickly because red will be answering back in a matter of seconds. Archon War looking to pick up a target, finding a pyro. It's not Jeff, the team player that we mentioned from earlier. He's going to try and go for this control point. He's called out by a heavy and another heavy, but he's scorching Shadrach to death. He does ignite him. Shadrach burning to death. 15, 12, 9, 6. He doesn't have a sandwich, and Mobius Waltz finishing off the job right before Not Just Fire kills his victim. Great pick. All of Red's heavies down. A lot of their players, maybe 6 of their players down, and that's going to give Blue some breathing room. Really get in on this control point. Indubitably green Blah. Maybe try and capture it up. From the top, I saw rockets raining in, but I'm not sure what happened to them. I don't know if there's a red or blue rockets. But Blue with a very strong show of force, now all over this control point. Gonna cap it up here in a couple seconds. If Red can't really do anything right now, I don't know what Red has in terms of defense. It looks like they've got the 2 heavies, Eternal and Shadrach, who have just been doing a ton of work, both defensively and offensively, but maybe they need something else. I don't know. I mean, you have Typic Rocket bringing things up in the mid-score with 17 and 16 points, so I guess the teams are fairly even in regards to the points. I think it might just be positioning that Blue is playing right now. They're just playing a little bit of a better positioning game, and able to push it in when necessary, and know when to kind of hold off. Carolina doing some great spy work, unfortunately falls to Spoodaloo's scattergun before he can get any stabs. And Blue looking content to push the front with a buff banner coming out of EV Games. Finds its first target on Typic. It looks like they're going to push this control point. Is that indubitably with the green Blah? That is trying to rack up a kill on Crockett. Is he going to nail the kill? One shot. Nah, Crockett's got too much health. He might decide to pull back. He's not, though. He's being picked up by his medic, and unfortunately the medic breaks the chain with him, and Mufasa is there with that onto justice. Well, the tables have really turned here. We saw Red in the same position that Blue team is in right now. Just about 3 or 4 minutes ago. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that that Red was pushing this area very hard, and Blue team was kind of on the defensive end. A great Uber saw kind of a play, just helping to keep that Uber built up. It's just exactly what they need to do. He's sitting on 87% of the channel. She'll be able to push in very quickly. Looks like, I don't know what Blue's going to try and do. They pop an Uber of their own to get out on that control point. Archon Ward, they can't really find any targets. Blue team making the, they don't have anything there. Is the Uber going to be popped from player 999? Looking like Martinez trying to go for the skull cutter kill, but just can't land it. A great timed Uber from player 999 to defend that control point. And Eternal just doing work, controlling that control point. Not Jeff mown down before being called for Not Jeff's claims. Quite the fight going down. I saw maybe a teleporter up on the B spawn area for Red. Which would be a great place for them to have a teleporter right now, but unfortunately they still don't have them there. Mobius Waltz still nailing those spies, top of the blue scoreboard. Right behind Blue. YouTube EV Games bringing up the rear. for the top three. On blue, we've got the player 999, Mr. BG, and Eternal, 34, 30, and 30. 16 minutes left on this map, and neither team has won this first round. You know, that is kind of why I like 5 CP maps. They are a battle of exhaustion. So whichever team has more stamina is going to win a 5 CP map. I would say, you know, at least 80% of the time. It's all about just, can you respawn and go to the right spot and keep a calm frame of mind. Know what your team needs in terms of classes and flexible in that regard. And it looks like Red Team might be ready for their push in. They feel the time is right. The two heavies, Eternal and Shadrack, trying to push in, trying to take down this scout Scootaloo, but he is just dodging damage left and right. Unfortunately, Typic launches an original rocket, and he can't dodge explosions as well as he can bullets. Many frags coming out in the center corridor here, the preceding corridor right before middle. A nice extinguisher kill coming out of Carolina with player 999 picking up the assist on King of the Gerudo. And that's going to leave the middle control point kind of open for Red to get in. From on high, looks like Typic just raining down rockets on EV games. He is besieged and Mufasa racks up that kill. Gets his team on that control point. No real red contest, no real blue contest, excuse me. See some stickies or something maybe coming out of Doodle Green Blah. Might have opted to go a little bit more of area effective crowd control or something with those stickies, which might be what the team needed for fire. They do 3 demos now, which is a lot of spam for any team to deal with. Blue team counter pushing, saying, you know what, we can take our center, we'll just pull back a little bit. You guys take some casualties, about 6 of you will die, and we'll go in. Half dead. The two heavies are Shadrack and Eternal staying alive. Eternal's down 3 health before a rocket from EV Games comes his way to finish the job. And blue team countering that push very strongly. A charge into the fray by Gan and King of the Gerudo, sitting on the splendid screen, and whatever the scimitar is, what it's called. Brave charge. Persian Persuader, thank you. It's been so long since I played Game of Thrones, all the names. Green Blah lobbing some pills up to the top to try and find a target. Not able to find anything, and opts to maybe push up in front a little bit. Just as he says that, though, 2 or 3 red pour out of the doorway he's watching. It's always infuriating when that happens to the demo. You set up a sticky trap, and oh shit, someone's coming around. I'll blow these and move on. And then literally within a half of a second after you blow them, someone comes out of the door and you can shoot this cover. Infuriating. Roguchi suffering a heavy blows. I don't know if he was getting flared or what, but able to be picked up by a medic friend. Oh no, he's not. He's got 4 health, 1 health. Oh, 1 health. Oh. And Balubish, being the team player, picks him up, brings him back to operating condition. A nice sentry spot coming out of Mufasa. Unfortunately, oh, it does secure 2 kills, maybe 3. A little bit of help from Soggy Waffles. It does get 2 kills and an assist. I think it's a very unexpected sentry spot. I rarely see people build in there, which I think that works very well in Mufasa's favor. But now he's got a demo, spam and stickies. He does get the sentry down, but the demo claims his life. That's a beautiful green. He's going to take down the sentry right after, but not before the sentry mows down Ganon. Looking to pop the Uber, maybe a little bit too early. I don't know. Balubish and his medic, or his Uber choice, indubitably Fiend, trying to find a target, but great compression blast work coming out of Carolina, just really negating a lot of the effects of that Uber. Depression blast. Things kind of stagnating a little bit. 5 minutes since you last checked in the time, 11 minutes and 40 seconds left on the server. Redding looking maybe like they want to push in. Blue is down, looks like 5 players, so half of their team. Red not without casualties of their own, though, so right now might not be the smartest time to push in, but their 2 heavies are up. 2 heavies have been doing a lot of work. Carolina down, which might signal it's not time for a push, but we'll see if the 2 heavies opting to go in. to capture the control point. Looking to make a presence here. Mr. BG, the first one on that control, but he's followed by Eternal. And White T hopping in, bringing up the break with some great reflex. Just keeping the point 3 spams for his heavy job. Heavier classes. And out of ammo, sounds like an Eternal switching with the claws, but the Noguchi from on high mows him down, uses that as an opportunity to try and advance, reclaim lost ground from Blue. Noguchi's offering heavily, hops into the fray and mows down Shadrack. Shadrack concentrating, I'm not sure what he was concentrating on, but just not ready for that surprise jump. Scootaloo with a great backstab on BG. But gets crit Ubersawed right in the face. Some more Ubersaw work coming out of Dan and King of the Gerudo, just fearlessly charging into the fray there to try and help his teammate. I think that was Balubish. He took a teleporter.
The control point is being captured.
And just was on the wrong end of the teleporter. Teleported right into a combo. Always unfortunate. Sounds like a scout Soggy Waffles trying to get that control point. Does take down Roguchi with that peppery gun. Shortstop. That's going to open up Red Team smartly pushing the front up, popping an Uber actually to push the front up even further on Eternal. Archon Word smartly pulling back, but pulls right back into Shot Rock. And Red Team, there are flames flying everywhere, bullets and rockets. There is so much action in this the center, the corridor, the connecting corridor between B and A. So it looks like Red Team has for now secured it. This is their time. They really have to get points. They have to get bodies on that control point, or else Blue Team is just going to respawn and push that control point en masse. Noguchi desperately looking for help, picks up a big health pack and is back to full. A crit rocket from I don't think it was a Black Box Soldier Crockett. Not find any target. That's unfortunate because there had been a medic right there just a second before. So their points focused on the last control point. Red is really furious. They did manage to capture B, but Blue Team might not be out of the game. Mobius Waltz feeling extremely sneaky, trying to pull up the rear, trying to get some kills. Does successfully nail Mufasa and cloaks security. Red Uber now on the last control point. There's not a whole lot Blue can do about it. I see Martinez trying to line something up. He does take out player 999. That's going to be a big pick. Blue countering with an Uber of their own. Roguchi, that Uber running out rapidly. 20% left, 19%, 0%. It didn't fall that fast. I just followed quickly enough. Blue Team really making a great showing here. Really just keeping the pressure on. Taking any advantage, any mistake that Red makes, they are really capitalizing on it. And Red Team equally as well, just pushing in, throwing bodies around. I got Carolina just hopping around the corner, lighting people on fire, retreating, and doing the same thing over and over again, which is a great strategy. It just assures that if you get lucky and light a mess on fire, you know, that means the medic has to pull back. There's not a whole lot they can do. They don't have risk of going out and play like that. The two heavies, though, Archon Wur and Roguchi pushing out on their own. Carolina is forced to pull back, suffering very heavy damage on the receiving end of those two heavies, and it looks like they want, the heavies might want to go in. Balubish taking a lot of damage, but he does have the Amputator, which is a great area of effect heal, especially in crowded areas such as this. Waiting for Red to maybe make a move here. Blue is really able to keep control of the battlements and all the surrounding areas. I don't know what Red can do to kind of throw the last killing blow, break the camel's back, if you will. Make it just a well-timed Uber? I don't know. I think that might be it. The well-timed Uber and some support. It's always hard to do that on all front servers, though. Guys, I'm using the Uber now. Oh shit, he's using an Uber. Get back. I guess that's what the chat is. As I say that, Red Uber now popped on Shadrack, not really able to do a whole lot with it, unfortunately. Able to manage to push the front up a little bit, but Shadrack just getting tons of damage laid on him by Grey Falcon. And Martinez. Crockett trying to secure the heal on Scootaloo, does eventually with a little bit of help from Mr. BG. Scootaloo says, you know what, I don't care. I don't need soda popper, bro. I'll just run around and make crits. I'll be healthy. I'm not sure what the Typic did. He might have dropped focus on Noguchi for a second, and that's allowed Noguchi to just get mown down by that level 2 belonging to Mufasa. That level 2 just claiming lots of kills. 2 kills already, maybe 3 kills.
Yeah, that level 2 already.
3 kills, 4 kills, I don't know. I lost track, folks. Level 3 though from Not Jeff. Blue team is not without their own sentries. Somehow that sentry went down. It did get bombed from up top. White team was able to play some tactical stickies there, and that's going to give Red a huge opening. Blue team is respawned in mass though, so they might be able to defend this. But if Red team pushes right now, they might secure this. We're trying, might benefit his team if he picks up the Ganon King with Gerudo. He's suffering heavily. Oh, he can't quite pick him up in time. That level 3 sentry, scoring another kill to help that level 3 sentry. On that last control point is Mr. BG with 11 health. He's not able to finish things off. Balubish kills him, defending the last control point. Noguchi and Balubish, friends forever. Red team down 3 players to be at 8 right now. Meanwhile, Blue team has the full, almost has the full 12 roster up. 4 minutes left, so about 7 minutes since we last checked in on that clock. Lumberjack desperately looking for heals from a medic. Player 999, the long-lived medic, probably one of the MVPs for Red, is doing a great job just keeping people healed up, making sure they don't overextend. A nice crit streak rolling out of Wolfie, decimates Eternal and BG. And unfortunately, oh, Lumberjack! I thought he was done for. Wolfie sitting on the Natasha, but Lumberjack says, you know what, bro? I got crits. I don't even care. I ain't even mad. I got crits. Don't have to be mad. Looks like Ultimate Nagaka is rolling on a rocket jumper. Rocket jumpers, man trap, and a shovel? It looks like it is. In the interim there, Blue team was able to secure that control point. And I don't know how long they'll be able to keep this front pushed up. Map vote is in effect with 8 seconds left to go. I'm going to go ahead and vote for control point. Capture the flag, excuse me, and Doomsday, the only SD map. All things are quiet now on the B control point. Blue team was able to push up. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. I'm wondering if Red will be able to clinch this victory that they have come so close to doing. Great job of Not Jeff keeping the sentry up on the onslaught of Red, but it's just too little. There's so much damage rolling out of that corridor. Next map is going to be Payload Race Bad Water. Oh, not Payload Race, just as bad. Bad Water's over there, I suppose. Let's go. Zanga, high pick. No, Blue Soggy Waffles trapping that control point. There's just so much happening around B that it's hard to follow in these 12v12 games. Some great work coming out of Scootaloo, though. He might be able to capture up this control point. Unfortunately, Eternal with a good streak mowing down Blue players. Scoring 2, 3 kills. Mobius Waltz, though, with a double backstab, taking on Carolina and Shadrack. Just keeping the pressure on Mobius Waltz. Ultimate Nagaka, excuse me, with a ton of mobility with that rocket jumper and just a regular shuffle. Looks like maybe a strange shuffle, I don't know. Eternal down to 3 health, but is picked up by player 999. Ubiquitous Red medic. And a nice level 3 belonging to Indubitably Green is eventually taken out by Mr. BG. Wolfie and Noguchi backstab kings right there. Playing Red Team fools. Be able to capture control point. They have a pretty strong showing right now. Looks like ×3, gonna be a ×4 on that control point from the side there, from the flank. Eternal trying to lay down some suppressive fire. He's not watching Wolfie from below though, with that deadly Natasha. Looking for another target as he's picked up by his medic of choice, Balubish. But Balubish says, I have other duties elsewhere, so teammates were dying. Well, with a minute and 26 seconds left to go, Blue team has really kind of counter-pushed. I don't know if Red team will be able to finish this off. and we might see a 0-0 game. I believe we will not see a sudden death. We might see a sudden death, opposed to just a draw. We'll see in a minute. Blue team with a fantastic showing though, an Uber pop, looking for something. This heavy Eternal though, completely catching the heavy medic pair on point, oblivious, and just doing work, taking down Balubish and Gannon back to back. Or Wolfie is there with that ever-present Natasha. Red really countering the blue push on control point and looking like they want to stop a lot of that momentum. Maybe try and push up while blue has half their team dead. Red not without time of their own though, 4 out of 11 dead. Trying to hold the line is Martinez and Scootaloo, but there's just so much damage coming out of Soggy Waffles and Shadrack. Scootaloo from on high, trying to pick off his targets. Loading with that Tiger's Bazooka. Tries to find the medic, finishes off White T. Might be going in for the second kill. Unfortunately, the Uber is popped and he can't get out. And he launches a crit rocket right after the Uber gets dropped. And King of Gerudo opting to go for the Brass Beast, the slightly more mobile turret. And that's going to be a sudden death. So we'll see how these teams play out. I think Red Team, I guess they don't really get an advantage here. They spawn a little closer, so it makes it a little bit easier for them to continue the push, but it doesn't really make a difference in the end. All that matters now is who has an amputator and who doesn't. Oh, a great bonk to start things off. Soggy Waffles are already down to 50% health. Major fighting break now in the corridor. I see Eternal and BG getting killed on Mobius Wall. It's Spy just is such an unfortunate choice for sudden death. It just happens and it's like, oh shit, I'm a Spy, I won't be able to get backstabbed. It's just not going to happen. Both teams suffering equally. Red down 5, blue down 6, so that leaves 6 players up on red and now 4 on blue. Red team might be able to actually pull out the win here. A backstab nearly coming out of Gucci, but he is caught out. And I don't know what blue needs to do right now. Great Scootle again, and King of the Gerudo. He is sitting on the Groose. He's taking mini crit damage, so he's got to pull back and be careful. Oh, nails the kill on Crockett before BG gets him right in the face. And that's going to be our last blue player, is indubitably Green Blah. I don't know where he is.
Just died.
Oh, he just died. Red team securing the victory that they fought so hard for. We'll see you next, folks, on Payload Badwater here on Critsandvich Network's Chicago Slaybox number 2. I'm your host, Fence. If you like what you've seen, please consider coming back.
Oh, it's been forever.